So we've made 360 backgrounds, we've made really cool 3D models. What are we going to do with it? I'm going to show you what I did, and then I'm going to walk you through the process of taking yourself through it. So, a little tech heavy, but it's cool. I'm using GitHub Pages. I signed up for GitHub. It's free. Basically, I made a new repository, and a repository is this business over here where you've got your index.html, which, if you know any coding, that's kind of your basic head lead page for any web page that you might make. I only started coding in an HTML class last semester, so I'm not by no means great at this. Like, I have asked ChatGPT for a lot of help, specifically just asking it, what does this line mean? What's it showing me? But I'll kind of walk you through it. This is all based on code that's provided open source by A-Frame. A-Frame is a WebXR company that is dedicated to allowing you, the user, to screw around with virtual reality and make your own virtual reality, which is kind of the point of this project. So let's take a look at the what we've got. Here's our source. The A-Frame release is right there. We're running it all on an A-Frame script. So the first thing that you'll see here, well, let's start over here. Just, you see I've got my dinosaur, Anne of Green Gables, the Chinese book, like textbook, my license for it, which is MIT, which means you can use it, but you should give me credit. Thank you. Pickwick's there. README has got all these instructions in it. Stonefrog Planter is there. The Ulysses is there. Lentz Soccer Field, which is my background, is there. Oz, that was the cell phone version, Stories Old and New, and War and Peace are all in this repository. So we'll see where they went. So here's a sky, so skybox, right? The background. That is the Lentz Soccer 360 JPEG right there. We've got all these things being loaded. Here is our left model and our right model. Just kind of put a couple of things in there. This is the dinosaur, the Allosaurus, and the stone frog planter. So those are in there, and that shows where their location is and how big they are. And one of my dinosaurs are really big, so I made it 333 instead of 111, but you can play with it. He initially came out left facing, so I turned him around 180 degrees to make him right facing. Built a carousel. It just talks about how the camera works. And then here we've got our books. And you can see all I did was just take exactly, keyword exactly, including capitalization counts, the file names, and Stories Old and New, War and Peace, Anne of Green Gables is there. All of those are in there. And then I also made a link to the public domain text on Gutenberg.org for the ones that had them. And then here you can see my static models. There's my Allosaurus and there's my stone frog planter. And that's all I got to do is just like copy those in. And all the rest of this stuff is just script stuff that talks about the angle that the books are at and what do they need to do. And I'm going to make their clicking area bigger so that you can actually get to the links. I'll show you what I mean, but here's what it looks like. Ta-da! We are in, there's my dinosaur. Isn't he beautiful? I can go up and look at him. I'm not great at these controls yet. You got to put him in the middle if you want to go see him in the middle. Ah, there he is. Now he's to my side. Cool. Books coming around. Ah! Oh my god, I'm standing right in the middle of the carousel. The books are going to get me. Here comes War and Peace, going to smack me in the head. Excellent. Whoa. Over here you can see, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Here's my stone frog over here. And you'll notice there's this little target circle in the middle. If I click it while a book that's got Gutenberg is right dead in the middle of it, it seems to actually take me to Gutenberg. We're going to see. Maybe I need to get closer. This is definitely an inexact science for me at this point. Okay. There he is, on target, locked, loaded. Get it. Yeah, it worked. So I'm working on it's a little too shooter video game-ish for me on that. But you can see it brought up War and Peace ebook, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot more I can play with this. Make the books sparkle, make them easier to click on. This background is kind of a little busy. I might make it a little bit calmer or might make the carousel smaller. But yeah, that is the end product. So next up, how do you make your own? Buckle up, Buttercup. All right, now that you have made your very cool background JPEG 360 photo and you've made some 3D models of books that you love, or, other things too, that's cool. We are going to show you where to put that, how you can actually publish this on the web. It's a little bit complicated. My intention is to build an app out of this that you will eventually just be able to upload your very cool background and your very cool objects. But for now, this is the free version, so we got to do the work. What you're going to do is first you're going to go to github.com and you're going to set up an account. Okay? It's really straightforward. It'll walk you right through it. And then you're going to go to, I made a template that you're going to use, and I'm going to link that in the description below, or you can see right up here. It's github.com/mungyukim/librarybookLookin. So once you get there, this is what it looks like. This is me. This is library book looking. Okay, so you're going to say use this template right here where it says use this template. Okay, create a new repository. A repository, you can see here that I've got my index.html. That is the source code of the main thing of every web page, right? I only learned this last term when I took an HTML class, so that's in there, but then also all of our assets are in there. So all of there's Ulysses, and there's Pickwick, and there's Anna Green Gables. There's the dinosaur, the Allosaurus right there. So all of those things are in there. There's Lentz Soccer 360, my background, the soccer field. So I'm going to create a new repository, which is going to copy all of this stuff over, but it will also allow you to upload your background and your objects that you created. So create a new repository. Okay, start with that template, include all the branches. No, you don't need to include all the branches. Branches are kind of places where you can mess around with code and play with it without affecting your main thing. This is my Hello Miss Wagner account from school. This is a repository name. We're going to call this Book Lookin' also. Okay, it's available. That's cool. My little library. Okay, choose visibility. It's got to be public if you're going to publish this so that you can actually see it. So we'll talk more about any kind of privacy issues we should think about or security issues there. But that's for the moment what we're going to do. Create the repository. Okay, we've created our repository, and you've got all these things here. Go to add file, and we are going to upload our files. So let's see, I'm just going to drag mine over from the desktop here. I am all fresh out of book ones that I made. So we're going to replace the dinosaur with the Triceratops, and we're going to replace the Allosaurus with the Triceratops. And we're going to replace the weird stone frog with this big European hand. The Triceratops is from the Smithsonian's collection. The European hand is from the Europeana Cultural History Repository. Those are both super cool. I'll link them below. And for our background, we're going to put in the picture of my book room that we took. And we're going to commit changes. They want you to commit on GitHub. Any change you ever make, you got to click commit or it won't go through. So commit changes. Okay, and let's see, did they show up? Yep, there's your piana, there's a triceratops, there's the bookroom thing. So we are going to we're going to click on book look in here, and we're going to click on the HTML file. And we are going to go to edit this file. And now all we got to do is exactly, perfectly, accurately copy these file names to put in to replace. So let's do this one first. Here's Lent Soccer 360 JPEG. That's what I have in my background is the park. We're going to replace it with this other JPEG, this book room. Notice the JPEG is capital JPG. It has to be exactly the same or it won't work. Like, ask me how I know. All right, so we're going to put this in here. I should have named it 0010005, right? 0010005, yep, correct. Okay, so that's that one, the skybox. You see where it says A sky? That's the element, the A-frame element sky. This is all based on A-frame's HTML code that they wonderfully provide, and I will link below as well. Let's see. And then here are our book GLBs, our book models. I don't have enough books to replace them, so we're going to leave them for now. You can make your models of your books, and same deal, you would upload them here just like the other things, copy their names in exactly. But let's see. Okay, so here's our Allosaurus. We want to replace him with the Triceratops. So let's click, oops, right click. Right click. That is not his whole name. I need his whole name. Okay, there we go. Why I didn't make these shorter, I don't know. Make your name short. Make your name short. Give me a second. I'll type these things in here. Don't be like me. Make your file names short so you can actually type them. Okay, but that should do it. We're going to click commit changes. I always write in when what I did when I commit changes so I can go back and know. So swapped out background and aux image aux objects. All right, commit changes. And in theory, oh, well, while we're waiting for that to process, we can make everything public and get ourselves a URL. So here's our settings. We go to settings and we go over here to pages. And we're going to do branch, main. Here's our root. We're going to click save. And we're going to wait a sec for it to make us a URL. Ah, and after hitting refresh a few times, here we go. Site is live. Okay, guys. Moment of truth. We're going to click on it. We're going to see if it comes up. It might take a little bit of time. Yay! Look at that. That's the same code that I had that was in the park. There's our Triceratops. He's absolutely enormous and he's lying on his side. There goes our little books. So there's a lot in the code that we can do to, what is the enormous hand there? What is that? Oh, that's not the hand. That's the head. I see. Oh, well, this is why you need to title, why you need to name your files in a way that you can recognize them. Anyway, yeah, look at that. We've got all of our things. Here's this little, I can show you in the middle of the target. If the book goes by the target, I missed it. The ones that have got a link and I click on them, boom. No, I missed it. Anyway, that's it. That's all you got to do. I know that it's maybe a little bit intense and a little tech heavy. Like I said, I'm going to try to make a nice user-friendly app version of this so that you can just stick things in an upload file and it'll make it for you. But for now, that's available. It's something that you can play with. If you're good with code, unlike me, you can have all kinds of fun with this. Like, I can't wait to get good at code so I can actually really make this cool. But yeah, you're more than welcome to check it out. Wow, this is just neat. Got my little book carousel going around, my dinosaurs all around me.